welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, my name is Alex and I post 3 beauty related videos every single week. So if you love a good beauty video, like eyeshadow palette testing, drugstore videos, full face first impressions, then you are at the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and also put the notification bell on so you're notified every single time that I upload. For today's video I've got such an exciting one because I'm going to be testing the new Anastasia Beverley Hills and AMREZY palette. I'm actually on time with getting a review up for when it's quite relatively new. Usually I'm really late with these because they're so expensive and I wait to buy them, but I did have some money saved up on Look Fantastic from my glossy credits, so I actually only paid £41 for this and this is £49, so I was very happy with that. So that's why I decided to buy it. I really wanted to get it. I know there's been a lot of speculation about whether this is really similar to the Modern Renaissance. I will show you that all in today's video. Don't worry guys, I've got you. So without further ado, let's jump on into it. So this is what the packaging looks like. Obviously I'm a huge fan of it. It does match my nails currently. It's pink and then it has the gold reflective writing on it, and then on the back it shows you the shades and all the ingredients and any pressed pigments, for example. And then I'm going to just open this up for you and show you how beautiful the packaging is. It is pink and glittery. Oh my gosh, it is stunning. Literally on the back as well. Oh, thank you. I love this packaging so much. And now let's look on the inside. Oh, it does have a thing to cover your shadows, and I am going to take the brush out before. That's the third thing I dropped in this video. I do actually love those brushes, by the way, in palettes. I just don't reach for them because they're sitting in the palette and not in my brush holder. But anyway, this is what the palette looks like. Oh my goodness, how beautiful is that? So this palette is actually bigger than their other palettes. I'll get another one in a minute for size comparison, but this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has 16 shades in it. Usually they have 14, and what's good about this one is that it has pressed glitter in it as well. The shade Litty and Gemini are both pressed glitters, so I'm so excited to swatch this for you. Yeah, there's not much to say about it. If you don't know who AMREZY is I actually don't know a lot about her, to be honest. I do have her highlighter where she collaborated with Anastasia Beverley Hills and I freaking love that. I actually don't know a lot about her. I don't know if she's like a social media influencer or she is a YouTuber. Not actually 100% sure. If you know, let me know down in the comments. So I think I'm just going to jump ahead and move on to the swatches because I can't stare at this any longer. I need to get these swatches on my arm. So this is the first row swatched, and please look at that second shade. I'm absolutely dying. I really want to get that on my lids today. Some of the swatches were a little bit chunky, but I mean, guys, look at that pigment. And this is the bottom row swatched. Like, look at these two, I love it. And the mattes, to be honest, didn't actually swatch the best, especially these darker ones. These two shades are so similar. Like, I feel like if you're paying for £49 for an eyeshadow palette, 2 shades shouldn't look that similar. Okay, now the swatches are out of the way, we can now finally dive in to the eye look. I feel like doing a pinky look today because it is Valentine's Day coming up. I mean, you're going to see this after Valentine's Day, but it's the thought that counts. I want to do a soft, smoky, pinky, browny sort of look, and I really want to use that Barb shade, and I might use this Rezy shade as well to blend it out. So I feel like we need to start with one of the transition shades. So I'm going to go in with OG. These shades are so similar. I feel like just this New Yorker shade is just a little bit more warm. This one is just a little bit cooler. So I'm going to take OG. I'm going to take that on a Morphe 441 brush. These are very kickbacky. Doesn't bother me though. and I'm gonna put that in my crease. Okay, damn. Okay, as always, Anastasia Beverley Hills shadows, they blend out like an actual dream. It's not even funny how amazing their shadows are. Now I'm going to take a slightly more dense brush, and I'm going to take the shade Semsa, I believe is how you say that, and I'm going to focus that a little bit more in the crease. This one is not as kickbacky actually, and I'm going to put this right here in the middle. Oh my god, seriously, it's like just not even funny how pigmented that is. I feel like I must do a cut crease. So I'm going to do a half cut crease today. I'm just going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer. By the way, I am in the middle of doing first impressions on the new and Revolution stuff. The I Heart Revolution stuff will probably be my previous video. I'm doing two separate videos just to keep them a bit separate because some people might only be interested in one brand. So I'm just going to do a half cut crease. Okay, I've just done a really quick basic cut crease. I've been doing nothing but cut creases at the minute. I do apologise if you're on my Instagram because I feel like that's all I do. But I'm really good at it, I feel. So I'm going to keep doing that. So now I'm going to take my Jessup 237 detail shader brush. And now I'm going to take the shade Barb, which is this stunning pink but like blue reflect, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. Now I'm going to take the shade Reezy, and I'm sort of just going to blend that out on the end of where that cut crease stops. Okay, before I can do any further more like blending with the shimmers, I do need to sort this inner corner out. So I'm going to take a Morphe 506, and I'm going to start off with the shade 1988 here, which is like this beautiful dark brownie shade. And I'm just going to start blending this at the bottom corner. And because I've lost a lot of the pinkiness, I'm just going to go back in with Semsa, take a little bit on the brush and just blend out where that brown is. And now I'm going to go back in with the 237 and the Reezy shade and just blend it into the brown a little bit more. And then for my lower lash line, I'm going to take that Semsa shade and put that all the way across. For my inner corner and brow bones, I'm going to take the shade Anastasia, which is like a beautiful rose gold. Right guys, this is the finished eye look. I'm going to go jump off, film the rest of my other video, and then I'll be right back with my final thoughts. Right guys, so I'm back. I used the LA Splash 1920 3D Foam Ink Lashes. I freaking love these. I've been using these non-stop lately. Sorry if they're boring you, but they are literally the most stunning lashes ever. For my mascara, I used the Revolution Big Lash. Obviously you'll know about that in a couple of videos back. And is that it? Oh, and the lips is the Revolution Pro Diamond Luster lipstick in the shade Corset. I know it's a bit much, but I just filmed the end of that video, so I can't bother to take this one and put another colour on. So guys, this is the finished look. I really hope you like it. I will come forward and show you the finished result. So it's no denying that Anastasia Beverley Hills do not have one of the best eyeshadow formulas on the market. I will say that the lighter shades do have kickback, so if you're not a fan of kickback, you probably won't like those shades. What I do like about this palette is that it's got a lot of shimmers for you to choose from. I don't particularly understand the shade Wasted. Like, is it it's not matte, but it's not shimmery. It's got like little glitters in it, but then it looks matte, so it's just really confusing. I don't really know what you'd use that shade for. And also I'm not a fan of the fact that these two shades look extremely similar. Would have thought if you're paying a lot of money for an eyeshadow palette, two shades wouldn't look that similar. I know a lot of people were saying the shade Leo is like a sore thumb out of all of this, and it definitely is. Like, it doesn't really tie in with a lot of the shades in this palette, but I love blue. I love a pop of blue eyeshadow, so I personally like the blue shade. I know a lot of people probably might not. It is kind of confusing as to where you would use the blue shade, but definitely check out some tutorials. I know Miss EC Beauty Emily on Instagram, but please tell me that is her name is just Miss EC Beauty on Instagram. Her name is Emily, and she did a look using that Leo shade. So if you want to see a look using this palette with blue, definitely go and check out her Instagram. I love her so much. She's so supportive, such a lovely friend on Instagram. I'm going to quickly go out and get Modern Renaissance so we can look at some of these shades compared to that palette. This is Modern Renaissance. This is the first ever high-end eyeshadow palette I ever bought myself. And this, oh, the brush. This is what it looks like. You can tell it is well loved, and obviously the size comparison as well. There you go. I'll just get this up for you. So this is what both the palettes look like next to each other. To be honest, it does have, you know, the similar tones, but I feel like these are more brighter than these. I feel like this is more dull and this is more of like pigmented, bright, colourful palette. Do you know what I mean? Like, I definitely understand why people would say they look very similar, because I mean some of the tones definitely do. I'm not saying they don't, but I feel like this this purpley pinky shade down here is a little bit darker than this one. These transition shades definitely do look similar to these, but they are darker. This is a bit more unique compared to the browns in this. They don't have like a proper grey tone. There's no black in the Modern Renaissance, and these shimmers are amazing. So they are my thoughts on the comparison to the Modern Renaissance. I definitely do feel it looks a little bit similar, but this is, in my opinion, much better than the Modern Renaissance. There's no, you know, I don't even need to explain, like, this palette is absolutely amazing. The mattes blend out so beautifully. Like, it's just so effortless with high-end shadows like this. You don't have to keep going back in with the same shade. You literally do a couple of dips and it's just so pigmented across your eyes, and I love it so much. The pink shimmer, I feel like you would have to wet to get to the full metallic-y shade. It does look a little bit dry and dull on my lids, but the shade Barb, incredible. Like, it looks amazing on my inner corners, and there's no light enough inner corner shade. Like, that Anastasia shade is the lightest, but it's still too dark for me. So those are my only criticisms, but apart from that, it's absolutely beautiful. Definitely going to be doing more looks with this on my Instagram, so make sure you head over to there and follow me, please. So guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up. Let me know down below what you think of this palette. Do you think it's comparable to the Modern Renaissance? Have you picked it up? Do you want to pick it up? Let me know down below. Let's have a chat. Of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!